Hello everyone and welcome inside the arena at TD Place in the nation's capital on this Victoria Day long weekend. A beautiful Monday in Ottawa as the Ottawa BlackJacks host the Niagara River Lions. Rose Jolie alongside myself, Tyler McDonald, Jackie Perez on the sidelines here today. Thank you so much for joining us on what's going to be a fantastic game where we get to see the Niagara River Lions face off the first time here since their defense of their championship last season.
Correct. This will be obviously Niagara's first game of the season. We've already witnessed the BlackJack with one win at home, one loss away, unfortunately, but hopefully they're going to gain back their power here on the court advantage.
Both first-year coaches we're seeing facing off here. Justin Mazzulla for the Ottawa BlackJacks now is into his third game. And Rose, just as a coach yourself, maybe the first time you got to go behind the touch here, just what were your kind of feelings going into your first ever game?
Well, the thing is, everything that you do, you have to do with confidence. And obviously now the new head coach was a very, very good athlete on the team. And he also replaced someone who used to be an athlete, Victor Razzo, who also coached some of his teammates when he was a head coach. And he was very successful. So I'm sure he had a good advice for him.
Going into this one, the BlackJacks coming off, they're averaging 89.5 points in both their games. And defensive rebounds have been a huge storyline for the BlackJacks so far this season. Just with that rebounding game in the paint, how important is that for both these teams to try and get the edge in this one?
Yeah, I do believe that, and it's going to be one of the key that we're going to talk later on. But the BlackJacks historically, so not necessarily just this year, but the past 2 or 3 years, they were one of the teams that allowed the most offensive rebounds. So rebound is definitely going to be a key aspect to today's game.
Saw a lot of three-point opportunities for the BlackJacks as well last game. They're only shooting 29.2% so far from the three-point line. We've seen so much dynamic of the game switch to beyond the arc over the last few years. Of course, probably Steph Curry has a big factor to play with that. But is there, from a coaching perspective, trying to adjust your offense or even your defense into not only maybe focusing a lot on the perimeter, but then on the offense, countering with a lot more inside play? Yes,
I do believe that with a new coaching staff and definitely a lot of new athletes playing in the CEBL this year for the BlackJack, it's just a matter of time before the percentage outside the three-point line goes up. They still have Tate, who's doing a very good job, who's in the past was inconsistent from time to time, but I think he's proven already that he's going to be a good shooter this year for the BlackJacks.
Well, Jackie Perez is on the sideline, and she has BlackJacks head coach Justin Mazzulla here. We'll head over to the sideline for Jackie.
So, Justin, you have 2 CEBL games under your belt. Talking to players during practice, they say they're enjoying your unique coaching style. So, if you could describe what that coaching style is and your approach as you enter this role as head coach.
No, I just think it's really important to just build relationships. Each and every person on the floor has a different way of going about it, and I just think like being able to get these guys to really buy into something bigger than themselves. I think they've been working extremely hard. They've been practicing really hard. They've been competing, and they show a lot of grit.
It was a big win here at home for the home opener. One loss in Brampton. What adjustments have you made since Friday going into the game against Niagara tonight?
Yeah, I think we're just, like I said, we're just practicing hard, really trying to build for the results that we want based on the stats that we're tracking. Each and every person has been working so hard before and after practice to really work on their game, and we're just trying to get everyone to be the best that they can be and put them all together and do it all as one.
Good luck tonight, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tyler,
Thank you very much, Jackie, and Justin Mazzulla there, head coach of the Ottawa BlackJacks. All right, we'll take a quick break. Tip-off coming up shortly. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CBC Gems, CBC Sports YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Welcome to a new CEBL season.
It's been amazing, Canada basketball, to put that platform and give guys an out.
The crowds were bigger, the players got better, the quality of the game got better.
You gotta love it, Canadian.
is, and then maybe you're smiling.
Fasten your seatbelt tonight because we're going to have some high energy and some high flying stuff.
This is a trail. I'm living for real. Ain't all that I gotta say. I'm in my zone.
No shortage of emotion, no shortage of intensity as anticipated.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Well, welcome back here to the arena at TD Place on this beautiful long weekend. The kickoff to summer in for the Niagara River Lions, a kickoff to the defending their championship as they take on the 1-1 Ottawa BlackJacks. Rojo Lee alongside myself, Tyler McDonald, Jackie Perez on the sideline. Thank you so much for joining us here on this beautiful Monday night. And we're into our keys to the game. And first, we'll take a look at Niagara. Rose, you have a few keys to the game for the River Lions.
Yeah, well, obviously, Niagara are the defending champion. They won the championship weekend last year, and although there is a new head coach who will be leading this team, I'm sure that will still be a goal that they will want to protect. For them, it's a strong start. As we said earlier, it will be their first game of the season. We'll see how they come up together, especially they're on the road. And then let's see what this new structure is going to look like with this new head coach leading that team. And then for the BlackJacks, I would say the first one would prevent second chances. As I mentioned earlier on, historically, the BlackJacks have allowed a lot of second chances, offering offensive rebound for the other team, averaging close to 13 offensive rebound allowed per game, which is a lot. And as you probably remember, Tyler, the last game they lost because of an offensive rebound.
Take a look at our starting lineups here, and for the Ottawa BlackJacks, it'll be Smart, Fudge, Cleveland, Dubinsky, and Tate, the starting five. And for the River Lions, Digbu, Warrens, Persons, KO, and Lufile, the starting five for the River Lions. And a strong starting five. We've seen the starting five from the BlackJacks already this season, Rose. It's a strong starting five, in the imports that the Ottawa BlackJacks are bringing in this year with maybe one of the strongest imports we see in the CEBL.
Oh, correct. I mean, with a new head coach that came with obviously a good reputation, he also brought a lot of good athletes from the G League. And as players to watch, I would say for the Ottawa BlackJack, Matthew Cleveland, who's in his first season, with the CEBL, also one of the import that you were talking, he has already had a good impact on this team, averaging 22 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. His impact in every stats line, and except from the three-point line, which has been something that he struggled with his entire career. And on the Niagara side, the center is starting Elijah Lufile, who's a 3-time champion in this league. I'm not sure if there's a lot of people that can say that. And he's an absolute monster inside the paint. Very consistent athlete year after year, with around 6 to 7 points per game, shooting for almost 50% from the paint.
Tip-off here just a short moment away, and our tip-off is presented by Spalding, the official game ball of the CEBL. Officials BMP Paulo, Yannick Payet, and Julia Reynaud are 3 officials as we get Just waiting a few moments before we get started here in this game. And kicking off a season, if you're the Niagara River Lions, Rose, you're trying to get the opening jitters out of the way. Maybe the first quarter, you're just trying to manage what the Ottawa will be bringing up against you. Since they've already played 2 games, they have a little bit of flow in their game. Is it just managing the first quarter here if you're Niagara?
Yeah, I mean, BlackJacks brought Javante Smart, who was a very good athlete for them last year, and he is still probably the main person or the main athlete that they should concern about. So defensively, I wouldn't be surprised that there is a very big focus. But the thing is, Javante Smart this year currently is averaging 10 assists per game, which he was averaging 6 last year, and obviously it's only 2 games so far, but that's insane with obviously the 25 points per game that he's also contributing with.
BlackJacks win the opening tip-off, brought to you by Spalding. Fudge. First shot misses, rebounded by Niagara. I'll start up the court. Persons. Looking for options, finds the far side. Spinning KO trying to bank one in and denied as the BlackJacks pick up the rebound. Kicked out to this far side. Cleveland now for a 3, trying to open the scoring up, just misses, a little short from Cleveland.
2 possessions in a row. I find that maybe we didn't find the best possession for the BlackJacks, and now they allow the first basket of the game.
Dagbo with a floater 2.
As I mentioned earlier on, Cleveland is not the best 3-point percentage, as he currently has 11, and to shoot that earlier on in the shot clock, I think it was a bit rushed.
Niagara grabbed the rebound. Niagara in the white shirts with white shorts and black and lime green trim. The BlackJacks wearing their all-red Capital jerseys with white and black trim, as spinning shot is knocked down. A couple of rebounds from Lufile and a foul called against the BlackJacks, and Lufile will head to the line and shoot 2.
I thought it was a tremendous effort defensively by Wilson Dubinsky, native from Ottawa. He spent 5 years completing his college career and now back in Ottawa to play, I would assume, his first professional contract here. But defensively was amazing. But again, you know, allowing 2 offensive rebounds back-to-back by Lufile, that's going to be tough if we're not able to keeping outside the paint.
6'7" from Milton, Ontario, Lufile. He's a rebound specialist here in the CEBL. Loves to be in the paint and knows how to get those offensive rebounds. 1-1, Lufile goes. Smart. Fudge on this near side, fakes the shot, drives. Fudge off the glass. Rebound will be picked up by Niagara. Back over this way is Warrens. Warrens trying to find Lufile, and that pass a little high over his head, looking for an alley-oop short of shot.
Yeah, you can tell with the smile that he overestimated how high Lufile can jump.
Fudge. Switches it, Tate trying to find Fudge down low. Fudge spinning off the glass and picks up foul. We'll go against Lufile, I believe. And Fudge will head to the line to shoot 2. Max now gives you even more chances to win with their new prizes of $100,000 every draw. Get your Max ticket tonight. Must be 18 plus to purchase. Fudge goes 2 for 2, and the BlackJacks are on the board. KO on the far side, switches. Here's Persons with it at the top. Persons down low, Lufile. Alex Fudge gets up and gets the block. Lufile wants a foul, won't get one. And
Tate is on the ground.
Tate on the ground, getting some collateral damage after that huge block from Alex Fudge, and he is down holding his right hip.
Correct. I was watching the block happening. I didn't see him go down, and although Lufile didn't seem very happy with the no call, I would agree with the official on that one. It was 100% clean. As you can see here on the pick and roll.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe he thought that Tate was in a way and wasn't able to to land properly. The block was definitely clean.
Yes.
Tate getting away from the contact, maybe not as much.
It looked like Tate may have got the knee of Lufile in the lower back hip area. Painful area to get hit in any way.
For sure. We'll see if the coaches will take the time here to discuss with their athlete. I'm not sure the BlackJacks here are very happy with the first few possessions that they've had. Javante Smart still hasn't taken a shot, which is not a usual thing for the BlackJacks.
And for someone shooting 47.2% so far this season, averaging 25 points, like you mentioned, Rose, it's you need to get the ball in the hands.
Definitely, and
Smart.
he's an amazing team player as well, as I was mentioning earlier. Right now he's averaging 10 assists per game, so the ball in his hands, usually something good will happen. But I love that they brought a full court press defensively. Wasn't super aggressive. I don't think it was the goal to have a turnover provoked, but it just slowed it down, and then Niagara had already wasted close to 9-10 seconds just trying to bring the ball down.
And Niagara in their opening game of the season seemed to already have a little bit of defensive control. They look very rigid so far defensively and staying in their system right now, just trying to get that system maybe under their belt for the first opening minutes here.
I would agree with you, Tyler. I think that right now they seemed a little bit more structured than what we've seen on the BlackJack side, especially on the offensive side. The ball in the point guard's hands. There's control. They're waiting for a pick and roll. There's there's an action that we can see within the offense. Whereas so far with the BlackJack, it's been a lot of ISO opportunities. And again, yeah, a good knee to the hip.
Yeah, a very that kidney area is a very tender spot. In the meantime, though, as we hope Tyrell Tate will be all right, we'll take a break. In the meantime, you're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, CBC Sports, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
It's more than a workout. It's my reset, my challenge, my win. From high rocks training to recovery, Pilates to hitting new personal bests. Strength days, sweat days, the days I almost skipped but didn't. These are the days that make me stronger. One gym, every journey, limitless possibilities.
Plays as Niagara leading 3-2 right now, as Tyrell Tate is working his way back up to his feet to the applause here of the crowd. And in the meantime, just take a look once again at the team matchup here for both these teams, and obviously last season stats here for the Niagara River Lions and some turnover on their team. But the main thing there, they're a low point scoring team last year, but the defense wins championships, and that's been shown for the Niagara River Lions as back-to-back defending champions here in the CEBL.
Correct. Victor Rasto, who's we know originally from the Carleton Ravens, that we know very well here in the Ottawa region, has spent his basketball career there as a student athlete, and the main focus there was always defense, being the best defensive team in the country. So he brought that to the Niagara team.
Just as a coach, Rose, seeing one of your players go down in obvious pain and having to exit the game, trying to rally your team after a long pause like this, how tricky is it to try and get your players back up and going?
It really depends. I think this earlier on in the game, hopefully it's not going to affect so much, but at least it's given an extra timeout for the coach. in a very selfish manner, because the Blackjack needed, I think, a little talk from the coach and trying to structure the offense a little bit more. But hopefully Tate will recover. He seemed to be in very big pain, and hopefully we'll see him back sooner rather than later.
Calgary, Alberta native checks out of this game with the injury. Christian Roller will check in for him, the 6'9" forward from Toronto, as we're back under action here. And an inbound pass right away off the glass and in, kissing it in as KO, and a beautiful inbound play by Niagara.
Yeah, a simple back screen, miscommunication, not sure if we're switching on the screen, what was going on, and there was no help by the inbounder's defender, so that was an easy bucket for the Niagara Lions.
Cleveland driving just a little bit too much on that, and rebound picked up by Niagara once more. Long pass up, Lufile trying to drive and blocked again. Getting up and getting the block just in is Roller, making his impact right away. Smart gets the pass back, takes a three. Smart just a little too much on that rebound once again from Niagara. Work down low, driving a little floater, just a little too much on it from KO. 10 on the shot clock, kicked out to the far side. Persons will take the three. Rebound picked up here by the Blackjacks as Fudge will control. Nice steal coming the other way. Back is Warrens, and hard foul as Fudge trying to go up on the block, and down hard is Cameron Warrens. A big collision there.
Another big collision after an unfortunate turnover by Fudge. That's what happens sometimes on cross-court pass, as we can see here in the replay. And Fudge tried to go for the block.
So Fudge will check out. Warrens will just take a moment here to gather himself before he heads to the free throw line.
Yeah, you can see that the official is also asking just to make sure that he's okay.
Warrens played this year with the Maine Celtics in the G League, one of the imports that the River Lions have brought in. One for one. Rebound picked up here by the Blackjacks. Miscommunication down low as Justin Harmon got his signals crossed. Out of play, and it'll be Niagara ball deep inside of the Blackjacks half.
One of the keys for this game that I had mentioned earlier on was to prevent field goals attempt. And right now, the Blackjacks are turning the ball over quite a bit, which are giving extra possessions to Niagara.
Off the glass and in from Niagara as they take a 6-point lead. Just an update, Tyrell Tate headed to the Blackjacks locker room. As a three attempt from Ottawa is drained. Dubinsky with the first three of the game for the Blackjacks. Persons try to find down Lufile, tie up and jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Niagara.
There is a reason why Christian is on this team, although we're finally seeing the first three-point shot made by the Blackjacks. But Christian is not necessarily someone that you'll see with a lot of stats on the game sheet, but he's doing a lot of little things on the offensive side, on the defensive side, and he's already accumulated a few blocks.
Dagbo with a nice putback off the rebound, tips it in. Down low and foul called against Niagara as driving was Javonte Smart. And he'll head to the line to shoot two. Smart shooting 100% so far from the free throw line. I know it's two games in, but it's always a nice confidence when you're shooting 100%. That 100% stat line behind any stat line along your nave is always nice to see.
Correct, and the BlackJacks, they are going to the free throw line quite a bit in the last 2 games. They're leading, I do believe, the league in free throw attempts so far.
Team sitting 3rd right now in free throw percentage, 84.9%. Smart makes the first, his first points of the game. Two for 2, that 100% stays there on that stat line for Smart as he drains his first 2 free throw attempts. A few substitutions made by both teams here. Persons. Out toward this near side. Kennedy. Niagara ball here on this near side. Great pressure put on here by the BlackJacks, causes the turnover as going up and getting the slam, Justin Harmon. Head coach Justin Mazzulla was screaming for pressure on that inbound. He got it, and he got the turnover because of it.
And there is nothing more satisfying when you have an athlete coming in, Jackson, who literally just came on and provoked a turnover for his teammates to dunk the ball.
Long underneath, coming in and getting his first 2 points of the game off the bench. Driving off the glass, nice play coming from Matthew Cleveland. Persons at the top once again, to the far side. Digbo waiting for a 3. Rebound picked up there by the BlackJacks. Smart kicks it out to the far side, shooting 3s. Cleveland! Big 3 for Matthew Cleveland. BlackJacks take their first lead of the game.
Yeah, and that's 5 points in a row for Cleveland. A good attack inside the paint for an easy layup, and now completed a 3-point shot.
Foul called, reaching in there was Matthew Cleveland.
It's, you know, when you have an athlete that is 6'7", with long arms, and that was the layup I was just talking about earlier on, and that was followed by a 3-point shot.
Well, Cal Tire is a proud partner and tire expert of the CEBL. Shop top tire brands and have peace of mind with Cal Tire's price match guarantee. Shop and book at caltire.com. Driving and foul called against the BlackJacks. Justin Harmon calling the foul, and the River Lions will head to the line to shoot 2 once again. They go ahead to the line, trying to tie this game up with 2 attempts. Drains the first. Drains the second, and up to 6 points so far here today for Digbo. Harmon slips, no foul called yet. Got the basket to fall from his backside as well. That won't
They're
count.
asking for it. I was just about to say, if they called the exact same foul on one side, they had to call it on this side. If not, I'm pretty sure that coach would have been not happy about that one.
BlackJacks will have possession as the impound down low. Harmon looking for options. Driving, trying to get past 2, still finds a way. Javonte Smart fancy footwork.
Yeah, yes, fancy. He was able to split two defenders, and I love when he slows it down. It's like one step at a time. He's reading, he's trying to understand what the best option is, and that was for him. It didn't look an easy finish, but for him, that's an easy finish.
Big three for Cole Long. Unmarked three on the far side, on the near side, pardon me. Jackson looking for a three himself. Rebound there from Niagara as they have a 1-point lead. Work down low. Trying to drive off the glass, and Phil Jordan will get it to fall. Jackson for Ottawa. Hands it off. Harmon. Switches, will go for a three. Justin Harmon splashes that one.
We've gained some momentum back with the BlackJacks. I'm not sure if at home we can hear Missoula yell, but he's really trying to push his athlete to play hard defense with a lot of pressure and no easy bucket, although Niagara is doing a very good job. A lot of easy bucket inside the paint, and now a three-point shot made.
Keontae Kennedy with the big three for Niagara. They extend their lead over to three. Foul called inside as Jackson was driving, and he'll head to the line to shoot two. Jackson heads to the line. Auto Max now gives you even more chances to win with their new prizes of $100,000 every draw. Get your Lotto Max ticket tonight. Must be 18 or older to purchase. Jackson drains both. Chicano hands it off. Warrens. Shimmy shake, takes a three. Warrens just a little short. Rebound picked up by Njok. Smart. Double team on Smart there momentarily. And Njok now with it. Drives spinning, fakes the shot, gets the foul, and no basket. Will head to the line. Will Justin Njok. Former University of Ottawa, GG.
Correct, yes, another local talent. He just finished his first season overseas, where I do believe that he gained a lot of confidence because he didn't average a lot of minutes the past few years with the BlackJacks, but so far he's doing very well for the team.
So far he misses the first free throw, but in his first few games he's been used as the primary number 6 coming off the bench as Njok. And you mentioned that confidence. You can feel it in him too pregame over these 2 home games. Just the way he's coming in and pregame warm-up and shoot-around. Although he misses those free throw attempts, he's been feeling it. He's been looking very confident. Chicano gets it over to the far side. Kennedy lifts it down. Kennedy gets it back, drives, gets up and gets the lay-in attempt from Keontae Kennedy. Beautiful play to drive the paint.
Yes, correct. Another basket inside the paint for Niagara. They're moving the ball very well, and they're finding those open looks.
Jackson with the three right in front of the bench, and he tries to get his bench fired up, turn into Justin Missoula in the BlackJacks bench. Emotional player Justin Jackson feeds off that. Chicano trying to find down low. Foul called against Ottawa as Phil Jordan received the pass. He'll head to the line as Dubinsky will check in for Smart.
As on the replay, Jackson's three-point shot made. That was his second from the corner. He didn't make the first one, but he wasn't going to miss that second one.
Good work, Jackson.
Bolaire checks in as well for Ottawa as Phil Jordan will head to the line. Another U Sport alum coming out of Brock University. Hometown man as well from right here in Ottawa, Ontario. And he's getting booed at his hometown barn here. BlackJacks crowd bringing it and maybe got in the ear of Phil Jordan. All tied up at 24 here as Jordan misses the second, so free throws miss at both ends, and Jock Tajori comes up with the rebound, drives. Looking to find. Takes the pass back. Here is Jock Tajori. Spinning. Shot blocked there by Long, who got up. Nice block coming from Cole Long. Chicano. Long. Over to the far side. Open three for Kennedy. Just misses. Rebound. 30 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Harmon. Pressure there. Tajori comes over trying to set a pick. Harmon still battling. 8 on the shot clock. Harmon going to take it himself and just can't get it to fall. Shot clock dead. Rebound, and ball goes out. And whose ball is it going to be? They're going to give it Ottawa ball with 8.4 seconds remaining. And BlackJacks here may call a timeout as, yeah, timeout call from Ottawa. You're calling it for them, Rose, as they're coaching it. You know it's a perfect time and opportunity to set up a play here with 8.4 seconds remaining in the first.
Correct. I think it's a good opportunity to finish the quarter on a good note. The last two possessions, the BlackJacks were a little lucky. They fouled inside. They're in Niagara's in bonus. They went to the free throw line, missed both. And now, in the previous one, they just allowed an open, non-contested three, which they have allowed inside the paint, outside the paint. They missed this time, but I loved how the BlackJacks was really able to control that last possession. Didn't rush it. The coach was talking on the sideline, and now they're getting an opportunity to finish the quarter on a good note and hopefully win this one.
A tie game all up at 24s here with 8.4 seconds remaining. The BlackJacks got off to a little bit of a slower start there, but momentum really came toward their side. I'd say maybe at the 7-minute mark of this first quarter. What did you notice was the difference for the BlackJacks, especially offensively?
I think that at the beginning, I'm not sure if, you know, it's still a new team coming together and understanding who should be taking most of their field goal attempts, and that happens naturally, right? Like Javante Smart, we know that he's going to be one to take a lot of shots, and at the beginning of the game, it took, I don't remember how many minutes before he actually got his first field goal, and finally he was able to score and an assist on a three-point shot, which kind of gave the momentum back to the BlackJacks.
Inbound goes off of Cole Long, and it will stay BlackJacks ball with 7.4 seconds on the clock, so 1 second gone there.
Yeah, and the corner over there, it's a tough sideline out of bounds.
Up to Jackson at the top. Jackson, 5 on the clock, spins, and foul called against Niagara, and Jackson will head to the line.
And we're going to see the replay here with only 7 seconds.
Jackson misses the first. And Jackson now will take the team lead with 6 points here as Cleveland will check in for Jackson. 3.4 on the clock. Niagara inbound in their own half. They'll take it quickly, up over half. Driving the lane. Great work as the buzzer goes, and an open lane for Chicano to drive in, just float one in to take the lead here at the break. 26-25, and a nice set play there coming from the Niagara River Lions to see the end of the first quarter. Or not the end of the first quarter. 25-24, the BlackJacks lead here. We'll take a break. Second quarter coming up in just a few moments.
BottleMax now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? BottleMax has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster juice. Fuel for what's next.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime. Oh, and it goes. Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win. You gotta love a Canadian boost. Two hands. Me. Oh, what a block from behind.
Welcome back here to the arena at TD Place as the Niagara River Lions trail the BlackJacks 25-24 after the first quarter. Rose Jolie alongside myself, Tyler McDonald, Jackie Perez on the sideline, and Jackie Perez also reporting Tyrell Tate will not return to today's game with a lower body injury, so we hope all is all right for Tyrell Tate and a speedy recovery. Cleveland, shimmy shake, drives off the glass and in. A beautiful work there from Matthew Cleveland.
Yeah, and that's definitely his strength, being able to attack from the three-point line, one-on-one, and a great finisher around the rim.
Lufile down low, battling, trying to hook shot and gets it to fall as well as Lufile on the board once again.
Lufile is definitely a monster around the paint. I love that cross screen that gave him an open look. He was able to work one-on-one against Christopher.
Cleveland's three misses. BlackJacks get the turnover and off the glass, can't get it to fall in. Foul called against Niagara as driving was Harmon. They got the steal, but Harmon was looking for the huge dunk and they just mistimed his jump a little bit there to adjust, but drew the foul.
Yeah, there's some miscommunication with Niagara. Two athlete was going after that same rebound, which provoked a turnover.
Harmon heads to the line. Misses the first. First free throws of the day so far for Harmon. 66.7% so far this season. Gets the second one to drain. Binsky with some pressure as Niagara bring it up court. Persons. Bigbo. Kayo gets it down. Lufile with it now. On the other side, Lufile. Looking to direct. 7 on the shot clock. Lufile out to Persons. 5 on the shot clock. Persons looking to drive. Gets a shot off the glass. Rebound picked up though by the BlackJacks. Smart. Harmon through 3 and is fouled from beyond the arc there. So head of the line to try and make a three-point play will Justin Harmon.
You can tell that Persons wasn't agreeing with the call, but as we can see, that was a perfect example of, as a defender, you have to allow the offensive player to come back to the floor. And he was definitely in the way, which obviously it's a foul, and now the BlackJacks are at the lane for 3 shots.
First foul for Persons. Harmon drains the second. We'll have one more here to try to make a full three-point play. This is the third picked up by Niagara. Kayo. Persons. Out to the near side. Kayo gets it back. Driving off the glass and in. Beautiful move there from Kayo to make his way into the paint.
That's definitely one of his favorite moves. I had the pleasure to coach Kayo when I was an assistant coach.
Smart with the 3 for the BlackJacks.
He must be happy with this one. He didn't have that big of an impact in the first quarter. Potentially because, you know, there's not a lot of second touches for him as a point guard. But to finally able to shoot a 3 and make it, he's now at 7 points.
Substitutions coming in both sides, and Rose just going back to Nathan Kayo, talking about his favorite moves and the pleasure of coaching him there in Montreal.
Correct. My debut in the CEBL was as an assistant coach with the Montreal Alliance, and he was also in his first season as a professional athlete, and he's grown so much, but he takes his time, reads the play, and the hook shot above his defender is definitely one of his favorite moves.
Kayo now will go with the slam! Big slam from Kayo. Driving the lane and putting it down. Cleveland. Floater over himself, draws a foul and gets the bucket as well. Cleveland trying to make it a full 3-point play here. Touches all the rim, that free throw, but makes its way in. 3-point play for Harmon and the BlackJacks as they take a 6-point lead. Persons. Digbo. Kayo. Jumper gets his own rebound. Stays in the half, and somehow Freakin comes up with it for 3. Drains a 3.
That could not have been planned at all.
Broken play turns out for 3 for the River Lions, as a foul and the bucket as well for Smart. Javonte Smart throwing it down and drawing the extra here, just using his body so well as New Era is the exclusive game uniform partner of the CEBL, and all 10 of its teams from coast to coast. Pick up your official replica jerseys tonight by visiting CEBL.ca. Smart makes it a 3-point play, and beautiful work from him to draw that foul and still get the bucket to drop.
The BlackJacks are now in either a 1-2-2 or a 3-2 zone the last 2 possessions, which kind of open up the key. But Niagara still haven't been able to figure it out. I do enjoy the different type of defense in a game, but you really have to trust your athlete and make sure that they either play well together or they have a higher IQ to be able to be successful in all the different types of defense.
Smart trying to go for 3, just misses, and that ball will head into the courtside seats. Niagara ball as they inbound. Phil Jordan. Shot from the outside is rebounded there by the BlackJacks as Cleveland looks to draw in off the glass and in. Beautiful drive from Cleveland.
His release is so high, and that's really one of the reasons why I selected him as player to watch for this game, is that although he's not averaging as many points as Javonte Smart, but his impact and the way he's able to get all the way to the rim is very impressive.
A block from Fudge, and Dubinsky just misses the 3. Another big block from Alex Fudge, causing a turnover. Here's Kennedy. Persons going for 3, drains the long 3. Taylor Persons.
Yeah, much needed for Niagara right now.
And Jock Tajore getting switched on there. As Long on him as Jock Tajore gets blocked there from Cole Long. Back the other way, Kennedy. Out to the far side now. Here's Warrens. Warrens trying to switch with Long, picked up by Cleveland. Cleveland all alone, racing in. Cleveland gets the dunk to fall. Timeout called by Niagara with 5:01 remaining here in the second quarter. We'll take a break. BlackJacks leading 41-36 here in the second quarter. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CBC Gem, CBC Sports YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
You don't just feel your body, you feel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster juice. Fuel for what's next.
Place. BlackJacks leading 43-36 here in the second quarter. Rose Jolie alongside myself, Tyler McDonald, Jackie Perez on the sideline. Thanks so much for joining us here on this beautiful Victoria Day long weekend. It's scorcher outside here in the nation's capital, and that heat's being felt inside as well. But both these teams really have come out in this first half, Rose, and found their footing. Maybe the BlackJacks a little bit later on than Niagara, but Niagara have seemed to get their defense down a little bit in that first quarter. It's come a little looser here in the second.
Correct.
We saw it was very rigid to start in that first, but a little more loose, a little more fluid here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how good Niagara's defense was compared to the decision making by BlackJacks, if that makes sense.
Yep.
But it could be a bit of both. But now the BlackJacks have definitely found their momentum. Javante Smart has taken a few extra shots. Cleveland has been able to get all the way to the rim, and they've definitely played better defense overall.
Two drained by Niagara as Smart carries it up. Smart. Cleveland. Trying to draw a foul, unable to. KO with the defense. Fast break the other way. Long three from Kennedy, just misses.
And that's a few three-point shot by Niagara earlier on in the shot clock, which I'm sure it may not be Mackenzie's favorite shots. Although he was really good as an athlete to do that.
Lufile off the glass, can't get it to fall. Missed opportunities here for the River Lions. Fudge. Out to Smart. Smart's going to be marked tightly here all game. Person's on this time. He finds Fudge, and Fudge with the slam. Alex Fudge.
Oh yeah, he got it back. Missed an easy layup the possession just before, and now it's going to get him all the confidence.
Kennedy makes one move, stop pull-up jumper, and draws the foul there as well, and Kennedy will head to the line. Harmon and Jackson will check in for Ottawa, and Chicano will check in for Niagara.
And we can see the replay here from Fudge on a pick and roll. Good pass, pocket pass for a great dunk.
Kennedy with the first, drains it. First free throws of the night for Kennedy, and makes both of them. 7 points now for Kennedy on the night. Smart. Drive, stops up, kicks it out to the near side. Smart. Worked on there by Warren. Smart. All over the place, kicks out to Jackson. Jackson, 3 just short. Rebound from Smart. 10 on the shot clock. Smart. Lufiliano, Smart for 3 and drains it. Javonte Smart, another 3 on the board.
How he was able to find Jackson on that pass, although Jackson ended up missing the shot, but Smart attracted at least 3 or 4 defenders. He's still able to find his teammate for an open shot and then gets the rebound, sees that he has a mismatch, ended up shooting a 3 over Lufile.
Beautiful shot by Warrens to pull up and get that 2 for Niagara as Fudge now kicks it out to Harmon for the BlackJacks. Harmon, step back 2, just short. Kennedy. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Driving on the far side, KO, I think Jackson may have got a piece of that shot as Fudge carries it up. He'll go for 3. Fudge, just a little too long. KO back the other way to Warrens. Warrens and Fudge with another block. KO can't get the rebound. That's 3 big blocks for Fudge. Foul called, or are they going to call jump ball here? I think it's jump ball. Possession error unfair Niagara.
And as we see the other block by Fudge, it's almost like Warrens wanted to give it to him on the board.
At a play BlackJacks ball. Harmon. Up over half. Smart. Fudge takes a 3, drives down low in the paint. Fudge, a little one-hand flick. Rebound still battling. Now Kennedy will pick it up. Kicked out to Kennedy. Kennedy on the far side is 3, just a little bit too much on that. Fast break attempt by Smart is blocked. Foul called against Niagara.
Foul. Yeah, I love how Smart was able to get the rebound, saw that there was potentially an opportunity for a fast break, realized that the defender was there, ended up not making that long pass, but was still able to attract a foul. So he's now at the free throw line.
Follow at CEBL League on all social platforms to stay up to date on stats, storylines, and more for all 10 teams in Canada's Pro Basketball League. Make sure you follow us. Smart.
He's still at 100% from the free throw line.
I mean, it's impressive just going 1 for 1 for the free throw line, especially for someone like me, but for someone as Smart to still have that 100% line here midway through his 3rd game of the season.
And it's not like he's averaging only 1 per game. He's at 4.5, which he's already reached, I believe, since the beginning of this game.
Nice kick out there by Warrens. The 3-point from long, just a little bit too much, and rebound picked up. Minute remaining here in the first half. Smart, long 3, it's open, just short on that. Chicano draws the foul as he was driving in and will head to the line.
It's one thing that I did notice since the beginning of this game is Niagara is very successful in ball screen situation. If they kind of ran away from it for a few possessions, shot some earlier 3 points in the shot clock, but now whenever they go back to that simple action, they usually get something positive out of it.
Chicano drains the first free throw attempt. His first time to the line here so far. Second one falls as well. Played part last year, not only with the Montreal Alliance, but with Coco Drills in Venezuela. I believe their mascot is a crocodile, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Niagara ball here, 35.2 remaining. And timeout will be called by Niagara as they look to set something up here late in the second quarter, trailing by 5. It's been a back and forth second quarter since the BlackJacks kind of took the lead in that first, Rose. And both teams really now have a flow of the game a little bit. You're starting to see a little bit more open play on both sides.
Correct. Well, I mean, at the end of the first quarter, you could tell that Niagara was doing a very good job on the offensive side, and I do believe that it was due to the lack of effort. I would say just because we did see the head coach of the BlackJack yell at his athlete to put a lot more ball pressure, and then Tate went down, and it kind of shifted, right? Like the pressure was higher on the defensive side, so instead of shooting for 53%, which I do believe that Niagara was shooting higher than 50% at the end of the first quarter, now it has gone down compared to the BlackJacks. The BlackJack was shooting for 33% at the end of the first quarter, and now it's above 50% for that second one. So the BlackJack is doing a better job overall, especially on the defensive side.
And on the defensive side, we have to talk about Alex Fudge right now. I mean, 3 huge blocks. It seems like every block he's making, it has more energy toward it. Every one he goes up there and
Correct.
He's all in for those blocks.
Correct, and I think there's nothing more motivating than blocking, having this amazing sequence on the defensive side that leads to an easy basket on the other side of the court.
So Niagara will inbound in their own half. Chicano. Full shot clock here for Niagara. Chicano. Breakin, long 3 misses. Rebound picked up by Warrens. Warrens then loses possession. Shot clock dead. BlackJacks will slow things down here with Smart. And Jacques Tejore might hold on here for the last shot, and Jacques Tejore will leave it for Smart now. Smart waiting for some picks and help to come his way. 5 on the clock. Smart, a distance out. 1 on the shot clock. Smart somehow gets that ball off. Rebound from Jacques Tejore. The buzzer sounded in time. Anyways, if that rebound were to fall. And the Ottawa BlackJacks will head into the break up by 5, 49-44. As an end there made from Niagara. I'm sure they were hoping maybe to have a little bit more time, slow things down.
Correct. I think it was interesting to see that last shot. Warrens from Niagara did a very good job at attracting a second defender.
All right, we'll head down to Jackie Perez, who's with Wilson Dubinsky of the Ottawa BlackJacks.
Okay, we have Wilson Dubinsky here. You are an Ottawa boy, but it's been quite a while since you have been here at TD Place Arena. When's the last time you've been here?
It's been about 6 years since I've been back home in Ottawa. It feels great to be back.
You also have family in the stands, friends, even old coaches. Does that have an effect on your game when you are here playing in front of the hometown crowd?
Yeah, it's always great to see some friendly people in the crowd. My parents are over there showing love. My aunts and uncles are here too. It's just great. It's great. A lot of fun.
Now that you're back here, I mean, we talked earlier at practice, just your goals going into this game was to just get the best shot possible for the team, whether that's you performing defensively, offensively. Your stats right now, you're showing 3 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. How do you feel that's motivating you getting into the second half?
It feels great. It feels great to not only score the ball, but to impact defensively, rebounding, passing the ball, and just making the G League guys' jobs easier. Because everybody knows Javonte Smart, everybody knows Harmon, everybody knows Cleveland. I just want to make their job easier.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Tyler, we'll take it back to you.
Wilson Dubinsky, the Marshall Thundering Herd alum, making his return here to Ottawa in front of some family. Well, coming up at the half, get to know Justin Mazzulla. Jackie will also interview Niagara River Lions head coach Kimball McKenzie, and we'll break down the first half and revisit Rose players to watch. You're watching CEBL action here on CBC Gem, CBC Sports, and CEBL Plus.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun, or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even 1 more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte. Instant hydration.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
BlackJack.ca. It's more than a workout. It's my reset, my challenge, my win. From high rocks training to recovery, Pilates to hitting new personal bests. Strength days, sweat days, the days I almost skipped but didn't. These are the days that make me stronger. One gym, every journey, limitless possibilities.
All right, you guys ready to get going? My name is Justin Mazzulla, the new head coach of the Ottawa BlackJacks. My first impressions of Ottawa have been really impactful. Walking on Elgin Street, walking on Bank Street, you really feel the vibe of the people and the environment. What I would like people to know about me is that I care as much as the fans. I have the same amount of passion and fight as the fans, and I believe we're all in this together. From the environments I've been in the NBA, I've been able to see a lot of the athletes in this league. I don't think people are really familiar with how great this league is. We have tons of great players from the G League that have been on two-way contracts, have been on Exhibit 10 contracts, and we also have tons of players in the league that have also been on rosters in the NBA. The great thing about the Canadian Elite Basketball League is that a lot of the guys choose to play in this league during the summertime, and they're able to apply what they learn in the G League and also in the NBA and take it to the CEBL. Something that stood out to me when building the roster was our versatility, our defensive versatility, our athleticism, and also how hardworking each player on the team is. I think it's really important to us as a team that we show a lot of passion and we show a lot of heart on the floor. These guys are really locked in, they're really bought into the program, and they're really hungry to prove themselves. Being detail-oriented, having multiple efforts on the floor and off the floor, and human and player development. It's important to us as people and as players and staff to carry ourselves with the respect and manner that the game deserves. Whether you enjoy the sport or you just enjoy the entertainment, as soon as you leave your house to when you get to the game, there's something for everyone. The game is played with such intensity, versatility, power, speed. There's nothing like the game of basketball. We're really excited to get going, and we're really passionate about what we're doing here.
Welcome back here to the arena at TD Place. Halftime right now is a 49-44 lead for the BlackJacks, and we'll take a look at some of the highlights from the first half, which is the BlackJacks have a 5-point lead, and it was the Niagara River Lions who started off hot after opening tip-off. But the BlackJacks really seemed to find their form midway through that first quarter. Lufile was on that hard block, ended up seeing Tyrell Tate head out of the game with a lower body injury. He will not return, and a big loss there for the Ottawa BlackJacks. Lufile once again, we saw the blocks coming from the BlackJacks, especially from Alex Fudge, were incredible in that first half. A few emphatic blocks, including that one right there. It was ended up being a pretty hard foul against Fudge.
Yeah, and funny enough, when I started prepping for this game, I was a bit worried that maybe the BlackJack wouldn't have necessarily someone to defend Lufile, and I was excited to see how they were going to defend him as a team. But now it seems that, you know, Fudge is doing a very good job defending inside the paint.
Keontae Kennedy was impressive in that first half, along with KO for the River Lions. But the BlackJacks and Javonte Smart really started to open things up there in the second quarter, and including Matthew Cleveland with a nice couple points off turnover there. And we take a look at our first half stats. Almost identical field goal percentage right now. BlackJacks leading by just 2%, but that 3-point percentage right now, the BlackJacks going at 37% compared to the River Lions 25, and have been at the free throw line a few times more than the River Lions, with 19 attempts, 13 of those going in for the BlackJacks. The River Lions, though, out rebounding the BlackJacks, and we've seen that mostly on the offensive rebounds for the River Lions. Is the BlackJacks, how do they kind of get better in the paint defensively and trying to get up on those rebounds? It's hard when you have Lufile down in the paint, but we'll talk about that more at after the break, as we'll take a break. Our second half coming up. We're watching CBL here on CBC Gem, CBC Sports YouTube, and CBL Plus.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around. With free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
It's more than a workout. It's my reset, my challenge, my win. From high rocks training to recovery, Pilates to hitting new personal bests. Strength days, sweat days, the days I almost skipped, but didn't. These are the days that make me stronger. One gym, every journey, limitless possibilities.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
RedTag.ca.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime.
Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win. You gotta love a Canadian hoops.
Two hands. Oh, what a block from behind.
Welcome back here to the arena at TD Place as the BlackJacks lead the River Lions here at the half, and we're getting ready for a second quarter action. But first, we'll send it down to Jackie Perez with Coach McKenzie.
Well, we have a two-time CEBL champion as well as a former team captain. Kimmel McKenzie, you have a new role this season. Head coach, what's that transition been like?
Yeah, it's been good. I've enjoyed it. We got an awesome group of guys, so
it feels the same showing up to the gym. I love being around them. Hopefully we can get out of here with a win tonight.
Yeah, you guys are coming back, getting into the second half. This is the first game for the team this season. What did you tell them in the locker room to continue the momentum going into the second half?
Yeah, not to expect perfection. We can clean some stuff up. They're hurting us in transition. Obviously, they got some really talented players. They're well coached, so we're just trying to be fundamentally sound and do what we do.
All right, appreciate it. Good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you.
All right, Tyler.
Thank you so much, Jackie. And Coach of Mackenzie's River Lions down 5, looking to come back here in the second half as we head back and take a look at our players to watch that we had from our opener. And Matthew Cleveland was your player to watch for the Ottawa BlackJacks, Rose, and 14 points already so far in this game. And that's it. Lufile, maybe not the points that are big for him, but his work down in the paint, he's been phenomenal down in the paint so far.
Correct. I mean, he wasn't chosen because he's the highest scorer for Niagara. He was chosen because of the impact that he's had on the program for the last 2 years. And I'm still like that first time that I think it was the second time that he touched the ball in the paint. He took his time. He's dribbling. He's understanding the game, and he wasn't able to go one-on-one, but then he was still able to provoke something else.
And Matthew Cleveland has had a phenomenal first half so far. We talked about his three-point percentage being 11%. He's been taking those attempts from beyond the arc in that opening half, and has also been driving the paint very well.
Correct. I mean, he's averaging this year so far, his first year in the CBL, 4.5 takes per game. So he's not shy taking it, and he still, has the confidence that he's going to make it. He started the game with a three-point shot, which I didn't necessarily agree with because, again, he's shooting for 11%. But he's, came out in the second quarter, and now he's at 14 points, the same as Javante Smart.
In that first half, fast break points for the Ottawa BlackJacks, 11 compared to Niagara's 5. What made the BlackJacks take over in terms of those fast break opportunities in that first half?
They are definitely athletic. I think it took them a little bit of a quarter to understand Niagara's defense. They didn't come strong playing good defense, and defense is always, and I'm saying this because I'm a head coach, but defense is always the key to a lot of things. Playing hard defense, getting the hard rebounds, getting some turnovers, getting some steals, it's what is going to give you the confidence and the push to play and to get some fast break opportunities, and that's what was the difference in that second quarter.
We talked about Alex Fudge in that opening half. It was on the end of a few huge blocks in that first half. A few of them led to a couple of hard fouls and one with an unfortunate injury as a kind of collateral damage to Tyrell Tate, who is out for the rest of the game, unfortunately, for the BlackJacks. But we keep circling back to him because when he's on the court, his presence on the court is really, really felt, and that must get the energy as not only for a coach yourself, but for the bench as well. They see Fudge going out there all in for those blocks.
Yeah, correct. When you have someone that is going to have that presence inside the paint, who is going to be able to alter some shots and change the shot trajectory from some of the athletes, that's huge, right? Niagara started the first quarter and they had above 50%, but then it changed that second quarter, and that was definitely due to some of Fudge's block inside the paint.
The River Lions coming into this second half, I've really noticed Cameron Warrens, especially in that second quarter. He was working the ball really well, being able to kick the ball out to the three. We've seen them try those three-point attempts all throughout that second quarter. Keontae Kennedy being one of the main targets for the River Lions. You need more of that. Those 3 points, they must fall eventually for them, especially those constant attempts they're getting.
Correct. I'm a huge fan of kick-out threes. I think some of the threes taken by Niagara were earlier on in the shot clock, and they were still not kick-out threes, and they were rushed, not necessarily uncontested as well. So as long as it respects some of the rules of basketball, because we all know that the shooting percentage when it's a kick-out three is way higher than a shot taking off the dribble.
Second half underway. Cleveland off the board, gets the foul, and will head to the line to shoot two. This Eastern Conference game is presented by Lotto Max. Third personal for KO as Cleveland will head to the line. 1 for 1 so far today from the line, as Cole Long will also check in for the River Lions. Cleveland just misses the first. And we'll get the second to fall. 1 for 1 on those attempts. Warrens leaves it there for Persons. Warrens. Digbo. 10 on the shot clock. Digbo driving. Digbo off the glass. Just can't get it to fall. Rebound picked up by Roller. Dubinsky. Playing for Marshall in the NCAA, now coming up to play for his hometown team here in the CEBL. Roller. Hook shot just misses. Rebound from Warrens. Warrens has a lane. Nice pick from Lufile, and Warrens jumper 2 just misses. Great work from Lufile to create at least an opening lane for Warrens. Dubinsky pulls up his 2. Doesn't fall. Persons with the rebound. Down low for Lufile, who will make no mess of that. Puts it in off the glass. Like clockwork down there for Lufile. Dubinsky, 3 from the far side.
And that will be his second of the game.
Welcome home, Dubinsky is saying with a couple of threes. River Lions, Persons. Dubinsky marking him. Persons stops up, takes the 2, can't get a fall. Rebound picked up by Long. Long pull the other way underneath. And gets the 2 to fall off the glass. Great work getting the rebound from Cole Long and to make it count as well.
Yes, and that was Niagara's 6th offensive rebound of the game. As we mentioned earlier, the BlackJacks has a tendency to allow a lot of offensive rebound second chances, which can really be the reason why they lose some of the games.
Offensive foul on Roller, his second. The Niagara ball inside their own half. 53-48 right now. BlackJacks leading with 7:39 here remaining in the third quarter, as just a slight pause here. I think they have a wet spot on the court that the officials are looking to get taken care of. And a couple sneakers will do the trick. And yeah, we are going to get that wet spot taken care of. Our fantastic crew here with the Ottawa BlackJacks. Persons. Bobbles that pass and picked up by the BlackJacks. Cleveland down low, Fudge with the slam. Beautiful pass from Cleveland. Warrens. Lufile. Marked by Roller. Lufile using his body to his advantage, spinning and gets it to drain. Beautiful work from Lufile down low.
Correct. He was only 1 for 5 in that first half. But it's that patience, and that shows maturity, and that shows experience. And he was going just one-on-one, took his time, and was able to finish on top of Christopher.
Cleveland stops, pullback jumper, just misses. Persons with the rebound. Digbo in front of the BlackJacks bench. Fakes the 2, down low Lufile. Lufile using his body once more and draws a foul on Roller. That's his third, Roller. Jackson will check in. Kennedy will check in along with Chicano. As Lufile will head to the line. 1 for 2 so far this evening. Lufile just short on the first attempt. Well, be a part of the energy that takes over our nation's capital all summer long. Get your tickets to experience pro basketball in Ottawa at blackjacks.ca/tickets or scan the QR code on screen. Summer kickoff here this weekend almost with the beautiful weather as Lufile drains the second. Really getting the summer started and getting CEBL basketball, our summer pastime here underway. Dubinsky hands it off to Smart. Fudge fakes the handoff, drives the lane, and Fudge with the slam. Powerful move from Alex Fudge. Chicano, long, Warrens. Down low, Lufile, blocked there by Smart, got a hand on it and kept that ball in as well. Cleveland, missed dribbles, picked up the other way by Niagara, 2-on-1. Warrens, up and over, and can't get a fall, but will draw the foul against Cleveland. And Warrens will head to the line.
Yeah. That's unfortunate for the BlackJacks, as they were definitely starting to get some momentum. Missoula's last substitution, although I am a big fan of Christopher, I think he does very good things on the floor, but the fact that Jackson came back on the floor meant Lufile had to defend someone who was way more athletic than him, and that way, I'm sorry, I forget it. Fudge was able to then go one-on-one against Lufile, and now you can tell that the Niagara's head coach had to give him a little break inside.
And Lufile checks out. Warrens drains the second as lead cut down to 4 right now. BlackJacks have been in the lead this entire third quarter. Smart driving, stops, pulls up, got jumper just a little bit too much on it, fighting for the rebound, and it's picked up by the BlackJacks. Smart for 3, and that misses as well. Cleveland with the offensive rebound, gets the foul, and that's the rebounding that Justin Missoula wanted from his Ottawa BlackJacks.
To gain the momentum, you know, like it's still earlier on in this game, and in basketball, that's why I love this game so much, is that it's really a roller coaster. One team is going to take their lead, they're going to have the momentum, they're going to have all the energy, and then Niagara was able to stop it with a quick fast break transition, but now it's back for the BlackJacks to get the momentum.
Cleveland misses the first. 2 for 3 from the line going into that one now, 2 for 4. And gets the second to fall. Lead now up to 5 for the BlackJacks. 5:25 remaining here in the third quarter. Chicano. Warrens will take the 3. Warrens just misses that 3. Fudge. Switching there, Fudge. Looking to drive, spinning, now we'll kick it out. Here's Cleveland. Cleveland spinning, jumping, and just can't get that shot. Rebound picked up by the BlackJacks. Dubinsky's 3 misses. Chiqueno down low. Phil Jordan is fouled.
And again, a few substitutions for the BlackJacks.
Just waiting to see here from the timing desk here. We should be headed, and we are headed now. Some confusion on the floor, but now we are headed to immediate timeout here, and we'll take a break. BlackJacks leading by 5 here at the arena at TD Place. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CBC Gems, CBC Sports YouTube, and CBL Plus.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Welcome back here to the arena at TD Place. 58-53, the BlackJacks leading the River Lions on this holiday Monday. Rose Jolie alongside myself, Tyler McDonald, Jackie Perez on the sidelines here at the arena at TD Place. And what's been a phenomenal game so far, which I've seen the BlackJacks lead this entire third quarter. The River Lions have been keeping a good tune on the game and cutting that lead down slowly but surely. And they'll look to inbound here and try to work on this opportunity offensively as they work it down low. Not good work defensively from Njok to Jore. Smart. Foul called against Niagara, and Smart will head to the line once again.
Once again, correct, because they are currently 20 for 24. Oh, sorry, that was a different game. Sorry, currently the BlackJacks are averaging 27 taking free throws per game, so they definitely do know. Javonte Smart is one of his strengths, as you mentioned earlier on, that he's able to use his body correctly to create contact.
Smart misses both, very rare we see that. Quick check on our Out of Town scoreboard. The Charge have tied it up against the Victoire in Game 3 of the PWHL Finals. So if you're an Ottawa Charge fan watching this one, good news there. As a huge three coming from Niagara the other way to cut the lead down to 2. Cleveland. Racing in Cleveland. Oh, can't get that a fall. Is trying to split the D. Niagara back the other way, looking to tie this game up. Warren's looking to take the lead, I should say, and just misses. That goes off goes off Ottawa last, and will be Niagara ball. 3:37 remaining here in the third. Fudge and Daniel will check in. Inbound here for Niagara, almost stolen away from Harmon. Chicano gets it down low. Phil Jordan waiting for options. Chicano drives, uses the body to separate at the buzzer, and shot clock reset. Rebound though picked up by Ottawa as Fudge dribbling through his legs. Got bodies flying everywhere here in front of the scorer's box, and it will be Ottawa ball as Fudge tripped on that dribble, and that led to what looked like the bottom of a toboggan hill scenario. Everyone flying over each other.
And we're gonna see the replay. I do believe with the official that it wasn't a foul.
It looked like from my vantage point that when he was dribbling through his legs, he just caught it with his heel and tripped him up. Smart. Dispossessed, wanting a foul, won't get one. Smart now regroups, will head to the paint and will draw the foul this time. A long second personal. As Smart will head back to the line looking to redeem himself after going 0 for 2 on his last trip.
Correct. They're now 15 for 25. So they are now reaching their average in terms of free throws taken, which I do believe they're leading the league.
And does that have to do just with positioning, having to draw so many fouls in a game? Is just the way you position your body, or is it coming down to Coach Mazzulla's tactics as well as and drawing plays where you're going to be more susceptible to getting fouls created?
Yeah, I think it's a mix of both. So for the structure, there's not that many action. It's a lot of ISO. I've seen some horns action, some fists, some ball screen. But we already know that it's Devontae Smart, you know, one of his strengths to be able to do that. Cleveland is doing it properly as well. Cleveland now is taking a spot on the bench, which is giving Smart a little bit more touches.
Another foul called there by Long. Just moments ago, a huge three from Keontae Kennedy. Made this a 1-point game, but headed to the line now will be Alex Fudge. I believe that foul was on Cole Long, will be his third personal as Fudge drains the first. .231 remaining in the third quarter. Fudge misses the second. Rebound taken here by Niagara as KO will carry. Kennedy, Persons, back to Kennedy, KO. These three have been moving the ball very well around to each other as KO fakes one, and coming down was Fudge and gets called on the foul as he was coming down. His arm came in, made contact. And Niagara will head to the line.
We're going to see the replay here, and we've talked about the patience by Caio. He was able to get all the way to the nail, pump fake, and I do believe that there was definitely a foul on this one.
Secure your seats today for the numerous theme games throughout this season as the River Lions look for the three-peat. Tickets available at riverlions.ca/tickets. The rest of the league wants to turn at that championship title. River Lions have been hogging it, but they've been so good these last few years. As they put back that rebound off the missed free throw from Caio. Smart, worked on there by Kennedy. Spinning is Cleveland and can't get that one to fall as the River Lions will come up with it. Persons.
I do believe, sorry about that Cleveland's last 3 or 4 shots have been some mid-range, you know, but not going necessarily to his strength. And he's been 0 for 4 since I do believe the beginning of the third.
Cleveland carries, and that goes up off the head of Injok Tajore, and out of play will be River Lions ball. 1:27 remaining here in the third quarter, and if you're an Ottawa fan, again, listening or watching, I should say, here on either CBC Gems, CBC Sports YouTube, or CBL Plus, the Ottawa Charge, tenants of this arena, right now playing at a big arena right now, but just took the lead against the Victoire. As a beautiful work up off the glass by Taylor Persons to drive and kiss it off the glass and in. Harmon dispossessed. Niagara, their first lead of the half, is up by 3. Long with the fake, tries to get that 3 to fall, unable to. Rebound picked up by Niagara. KO. Smart comes up with the rebound. 45 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Smart sees a lane, starts to drive, kicks it back for 3, and just misses. That goes, stays in bounds as Cleveland comes up with it. Cleveland then drives, and offensive foul called against Cleveland as Kennedy takes the charge and gets possession for his River Lions. Keontae Kennedy will check out of this game, or pardon me, so it's KO checking out of the game for Lufile, as Martinov will check in for his first minutes here in the third quarter. For the BlackJacks, I should say. River Lions up by 3. Persons. Vreekin gets it down low. Lufile battling Lufile. Hook shot is picked up by the BlackJacks. 15 on the clock. Daniel drives. Can't get it a fall. Rebound there, and off the bench, Martinov makes it count off the glass on the rebound. Kennedy, 2 seconds on the clock, drives and gets the 2 to fall. Uncontested there from Kennedy as he comes up limping, though, after making that basket. In a scary sight here for the River Lions, as Kennedy may have injured himself off of that, too. He's been phenomenal for the River Lions so far this season. Well, the River Lions lead 66-63 at the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, CBC Sports YouTube, and CBL Plus.
It's more than a workout. It's my reset, my challenge, my win. From high rocks training to recovery, Pilates to hitting new personal bests. Strength days, sweat days, the days I almost skipped but didn't. These are the days that make me stronger. One gym, every journey, limitless possibilities.
Did you know that every CEBL game ends on a game-winning bucket? Yep, every single one. That's because we use something called target score ending, a thrilling twist that keeps fans locked in till the final shot. So what is the target score ending? Here's how it works. The first time the clock stops with 4 minutes or less left in the fourth quarter, the game clock is turned off. We enter target score time. We take the leading team's score, add 9 points, and that becomes the target score. Let's say it's 91-80. That means the first team to hit 100 wins. No ticking clock, no intentional fouls, just pure clutch basketball. It's fast, it's electric, and it guarantees that every game ends with a bang. Experience the target score ending this CEBL season.
Well, welcome back here to the arena at TD Place as the Niagara River Lions lead 66-63 over the Ottawa BlackJacks. Rose Jolie alongside myself, Tyler McDonald, Jackie Perez on the sidelines here, and thank you for joining us on this holiday Monday as the crowd get on their feet here at the arena at TD Place for this fourth quarter and try to cheer their BlackJacks to come back down by 3. Their largest lead was 8, the BlackJacks, and they led all throughout that third quarter right up to the last 2 minutes where Niagara took charge of this one. As ball now finally picked up by Niagara. Persons looking for 3, can't get that. Oh, it does get it a fall in the second bounce.
I mean, we've seen in the past their last road trip against Brampton, they were down quite a few points at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and they were able to make a huge comeback. They weren't able to win the game, but we know that this team will be able to go on a run and hopefully tie this game.
Justin Harmon with a big 3 for the BlackJacks. Warrens with pressure on him. Cleveland marking him. Persons. Down low, Lufile. Gets it up and over. Can't get it a fall. Second attempt, Lufile off the glass and in, and so good in the paint as we've mentioned.
Yes, he had good position inside, and Persons is really a good point guard. He was able to see his teammate completely open with a very good position to be able to finish near the rim.
3 from this far side, right in front of the River Lions bench, goes astray from Dubinsky as Persons takes control for Niagara. Persons for 3, drains it. Big 3 for Persons, his second of the quarter already, and the River Lions extending their lead.
Yes, he was the reason for the last 8 points. He made 2 threes and a great assist just the possession before.
Cleveland. Turned over. River Lions, fast break the other way. Alley-oop attempt for Warrens, and just puts it in, and timeout will be called here by the BlackJacks as the River Lions see their largest lead of the evening so far, up 74-66 over the BlackJacks, and a timeout here by Justin Mazzulla.
Yeah, definitely a good timeout called. Definitely a good timeout call by Coach Missoula, as Niagara has definitely taken the momentum away. They're playing good defense, turning the ball over, getting some easy bucket, and with Persons playing how he's been playing the beginning of in only a minute and 57 seconds, he's had a big impact.
Take a look at the next games for both teams. The River Lions, a 24 and 2025 champion, will continue their road trip. They'll take on the Winnipeg Sea Bears next. Action begins this Friday from the Manitoba Capital at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and the BlackJacks will continue their homestand looking for revenge against those Brampton Honey Badgers this Thursday. Tip-off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from right here at the arena at TD Place. Ten-point lead for the River Lions with 8:03 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Smart. Rollaire hands it off to Smart. Smart sends it down low for Rollaire, and a nice 1-2, both those players connecting, and Rollaire gets the two to fall. Lawrence. Here's Persons with it. Persons. Some room past Dubinsky, trying to draw a foul, and won't get one, but he will get possession as it goes off the BlackJacks last. 7 on the shot clock for the River Lions to work with. Lufile up top. Long. Long. Fadeaway jumper goes. Beautiful work there from Cole Long. He's got 9 now tonight. Harmon. Driving, pull-up jumper, gets it to go as well.
It felt like we hadn't seen Harmon in a while on the floor, and hopefully he's going to bring some of that energy back.
Harmon's got 13 now as Long looks to continue his hot hand, just misses. Cleveland drives Cleveland off the glass and in. Good work to go end-to-end by Cleveland, and timeout called by Coach McKenzie and the River Lions.
And that's what I love to see about Cleveland. He's really, really good to get all the way to the rim and make the basket. He was shooting for over 40% before he started trying to take some of those mid-range, and it's not his strength, and it's okay. You know, maybe he's trying to prove me wrong, because I did talk about his three-point percentage earlier on, and he was able to make a three-point shot. But while he's taking some of the shot that he's not great at, other people like Javante could take advantage of those possessions, and sometimes Javante Smart doesn't touch the ball as much as I think I would like him to touch.
He's going to need to be touching the ball a lot here these last little moments for the BlackJacks. If they wanted to see him and probably Cleveland as well getting most of the touches, and you know they won't be taking any time off in this rest of this fourth quarter.
No, correct. But what I like about Javante Smart is that he's also a distributor. You know, he's averaging currently 10 assists per game. In the last possession, he was in an easy ball screen. He slows it down. He makes sure that he makes the right decision. He was able to find Christopher on the lob pass for an easy dunk, and that's what I love about Javante Smart. Keep in mind, those are two different players. Cleveland is not a distributor, which is great because he's able to get all the way to the rim. But I think there has to be some consistency between who gets those touches.
Javante Smart with a game-high 32 minutes of game time so far. Not sure he knows what the bench looks like right now here in this game. Persons. Crowd getting behind the BlackJacks here. Pass goes astray, and it'll be BlackJacks ball. Dubinsky. Gets a handoff back. Dubinsky, pressure on, finds Cleveland. Cleveland defending him, trying to protect the ball, turns, Can't get it to drop Lufile with the rebound. Warrens. Mishandled, picked up by Fudge. Fudge has a man. Fudge trying to go for the dunk himself, and a foul called on Persons as he was going from way out of the key to try and get that dunk.
Yes, but at least he's going to the free throw line, and he's made 3 out of 4 since the beginning of this game. And we can see the replay here where he picked up the ball past the free throw line.
Trying to get himself on a poster, I think, there. Fudge, as Persons picks up his second personal. Fudge makes the first. 4 for 5 now. Fudge misses the second, and going in too early were the BlackJacks. River Lions ball. Warrens, Persons, right in front of us here at the desk, finds it down low. KO, 1 point away from a double-double, loses possession. There's Cleveland now, will drive himself. Cleveland kicks it out. Fudge looking for 3. Fudge misses. Off of who? It's off of Ottawa, and it'll be River Lions ball. 5-point lead for Niagara here with 5:41 remaining in the fourth. Led by 10 at 1 point here in the fourth quarter. The BlackJacks trying to claw back as a 3 misses from Persons. Harmon, fast break up, Dubinsky kicks it out. On the far side, Harmon! Pardon me, sorry, that's Dubinsky. Wilson Dubinsky.
He's on fire. That's his third one. He's shooting for 50%.
Persons down low. Lufile draws the foul as Roller got a hand up, and that will be Roller's 4th.
It will be, but you know, Lufile has been to the line. He's shooting for 50%. He's not the greatest free throw shooter, so that might not be too bad of a foul.
Lufile will head to the line once more as River Lions up by 2. BlackJacks led by 8 at 1 point in this one. It was tracked down by the River Lions, and they took the lead up to 10 as Lufile misses his first. And now the BlackJacks try to claw back at what was a 10-point deficit, now just 2, as Lufile will try to make it 3 here. 5:07 remaining on the game clock. Lufile drains the second, 3-point lead now here for Niagara. Smart. Fudge has some room at the top, fakes the handoff. Fudge will wait for Smart. Smart double team now. Lufile will come back. Smart gets it out to Dubinsky. Dubinsky, 6 on the shot clock. Dubinsky drives, spinning, looking for an option. Will get it, and can't get it a fall rebound there. Cleveland off the glass and in. Good work from Cleveland to find the rebound. One-point lead now for Niagara. Persons. Persons hands it off down low. Kennedy lost possession, looking for a foul, won't get one. Fudge the other way. Kicks it out to the far side. Smart fakes it 3, now gets it, and a big 3 from Javante Smart. BlackJacks take a 2-point lead.
And the BlackJacks have definitely taken advantage of those last few turnovers by Niagara. The last 3 possessions that Niagara turned the ball over.
Persons fakes a shot, second attempt blocked by Dubinsky. Jackson to Fudge. Fudge got stripped off possession there from Warrens. Foul called now the other way against Cleveland. As Fudge heads back, and we're going to take a break here. 3:44 remaining. BlackJacks lead by 2. You're watching the CBL here on CBC Sports, CBC Gem, and CBL Plus.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Next bucket wins. Target score time is the best time of a game. The energy, the drama,
that anything can happen. Oh my goodness! Can you believe this guy?
big players step up in big times. He is cooking.
Welcome back here to the arena at TD Place. We're going to target time as the BlackJacks lead by 2. Roseanne Jolie alongside myself, Tyler McDonald, Jackie Perez on the sideline. Thanks for joining us here on this Monday evening. Fans on their feet here at the arena at TD Place.
It was a very similar scenario that we saw during their last game against Brampton, and hopefully this time they finish with a win.
Spinning move from Long, big block by Fudge. See the top left corner of your screen, target score is 90. Smart gets the foul and will be shooting 2 as he went to the basket. That's Warren's second. And take another look. Another block from Alex Fudge. Smart drains the first. Puts him at 20 points, and that's 21. Him and Cleveland both in the 20s for points. Persons. Looking at options. Far side. Kayo spinning, trying to drive. Kayo just misses that, and it's picked up by the BlackJacks. Cleveland kicks it out to Jackson. Jackson for 3, air ball. Persons driving the court, kicks it out. Kayo over to Warren's in the corner. Warren's corner 3. Big 3 coming from Cameron Warren's.
For sure, and each possession is so important. Jackson's 3 that he just took the possession before was not necessarily the better decision, now considering that Niagara was able to go in fast break to find a corner 3 wide open.
BlackJacks with 2 on their last trip to the offensive area as rebound picked up. Here's Warrens for Niagara. Warrens fakes a 3, now drives on Cleveland. Warrens tries to kick back, rebound picked up by the BlackJacks. Cleveland sees some room, loses possession, and a foul called against Niagara. Fourth personal there. BlackJacks 5 points away from the target score of 90. Riverlions need 8. 1 possession game as floor gets mopped up. A couple of wet spots after a couple of bodies go flying. As Dubinsky. Inbound pass over to Fudge. Here's Smart now. Smart trying to drive. Gets it over to Fudge. Fudge trying to just tap it in. That's going to count. BlackJacks a 3 away. Timeout called by Niagara as they'll talk things over. And now if you're Justin Mazzulla, does it really focus on not allowing any threes here, playing perimeter defense and letting anything down low kind of go, knowing that you could be one possession away from winning this one?
You could be one possession away, but I wouldn't stress too much about shooting a 3, but more shooting the best open option, because Niagara is still at least 3 possessions away. So if they're able to find, again, like Javante Smart was able to find on a dump off an easy bucket, I would definitely go with that option instead of forcing, especially because the BlackJacks, although they are shooting for 40%, they weren't super consistent throughout the whole game. So I would say definitely to play tough defense, avoid any unnecessary fouls, and just play the offense. The game is going to come to you. Get the better option possible.
Possessions are going to count even more here right now for Coach McKenzie and the River Lions. You can see them focusing more on the threes, trying to cut this deficit down and get closer to that target score 90. And is that maybe a way for Justin Mazzulla to maybe prevent the threes and playing defense a little higher out toward the perimeter?
Yeah, for sure. Because if they're preventing the 3, as you're mentioning, that means it's 4 possessions away instead of 3. So that could definitely be a technique utilized by Coach Mazzulla.
Persons with it. Need a score in this possession if you're Niagara. Persons with pressure on will drive. Hand got inside by Jackson. That goes off of him last, and it'll be Niagara ball with 9 on the shot clock. Persons. Warrens with the 3, just misses on that 3. It was looking good. Ball on the ground and tie up. Jump ball, possession arrow is in Ottawa's favor. And they'll grab possession, needing a 3 to end this game.
And that's also something you're trying to prevent if you're the BlackJacks, second opportunities, and it's been hard. They've allowed 15 offensive rebounds for Niagara, and Niagara was able to score 17 points off of second chance opportunities.
Smart. Double teamed here by Niagara. Gets it down low for Jackson. Jackson kicks it out to Cleveland, just keeps it in. Cleveland takes a 3, looking to ice it, just misses. Rebound by Jackson. Jackson blocked there by Long. Gets it again. They still have Jackson underneath the bottom of the basket, and the River Lions grab possession. Kayo, 1-2 stepping, draws the foul and will head to the line. Great work there from Kayo.
Yeah, again, Kayo is not necessarily, just like Lufile, not necessarily the best free throw shooter, but it would have been great, as we can see on the replay here, for Jackson to at least head to the free throw line and at least get 1 free throw. So then it's really just 1 possession away.
Kayo misses the first. And Kayo overcorrects, misses the second there as well. Big misses for Kayo and the River Lions as Cleveland with possession. Warren's on him, gets a screen. Smart, one-on-one with Kennedy. Good to see him back in the game here. Looking good on his leg. Smart to Cleveland. Cleveland, 6 on the shot clock, down low for Jackson, off the glass and in. BlackJacks just 1 point away now. Warrens. Need points, need a 3 on the possession. Chicano, Long for 3. Long just misses the first. The bouncer just goes in. Goes off 4 different bounces off the rim and falls for the River Lions. Timeout for the BlackJacks in Missoula.
It will be tough for Niagara, but definitely not impossible. Although now you're put in a really tough position because not only you have to cover the 3, you have to cover inside the paint, and you have to make sure that you're not fouling and sending the BlackJacks to the free throw line.
Cole Long now with that 3, tied for a team high with Kennedy with 12 points. He's been really good so far in this game as well, Cole Long, all over the floor, offense and defense.
Correct, I do agree. He's almost like a silent scorer. You wouldn't believe that he scored that many points until you look at the game sheet, but he works really hard, and he's always ready for the open look.
6'8" from St. John's, Newfoundland. Played with the Newcastle Eagles over in Great Britain. Coming over here to the River Lions. Making a mark on his debut this season. And the BlackJacks looking to make a mark in the standings on this next possession. Trying to win this. Just need 1 to that target score of 90. River Lions playing hard defense here to try and prevent and get possession back. We've seen crazier things in target time, Rose. And
yes, definitely.
Fudge to Smart. Smart down low for Fudge. Fudge trying to end it, and does! Capping off a fantastic game. Alex Fudge wins it for the BlackJacks and sends this crowd home happy on this Victoria Day long weekend.
That was an amazing play drawn by Coach Missoula, because Niagara was struggling with the roll on the pick and roll, and he realized that, and that's where he went for that last play. Very well executed by Javonte Smart.
Another great assist for Javonte Smart. That'll be his 8th assist of the game. Alex Fudge will end, I believe, with 14 points, along with 4 blocks, or 3 blocks, I should say. You could say maybe 4 as well.
I thought he was at 4, and that means that he was 1 short from the record with the BlackJacks. But there are a lot of games left, and potentially, he's going to be able to beat that record.
And he had a phenomenal game, not only offensively but defensively. And he wanted to end it with a slam. We see he had a few slams throughout the game there today, but made a smart play to see that there were hands in the way and just go up and under for the game winner.
Yes.
For the Niagara River Lions, a good game. They saw a 10-point lead, though, fall to the BlackJacks in that 4th quarter. You mentioned how the BlackJacks, they had a big deficit in their last game, came back to make it close. They didn't get the win. This time they have that big deficit, and they do come out with the victory. Just how encouraging that is that for this team going forward, knowing if you're down in the 4th quarter going to target time, you can't come back.
Of course, to not, to have experienced players on the court that are able to secure the win.
All right, we'll head down to courtside, and Jackie Perez with our Booster Juice player of the game. It's Matthew Cleveland.
Okay, Matthew Cleveland, got a double-double. You got 22 points, 12 rebounds. How did you feel about this win tonight?
It was a huge win. That's a great team, great, well-coached team, great players. So just owning home court, it was huge getting the win.
This is going to be the first of a 3-game homestand. You will be returning to get a rematch, if you will, against Brampton, but this time on the court. How is this helping bring that momentum for the game?
It's huge. We had our quote of the week has been like win the day. We got a big week coming up, so just taking it day by day, and this was the first step.
Thinking about win the day, I did speak to Coach, and he's talking about just the message he wants to have in the locker room is building relationships, building that team chemistry. I would say you could see that between you and Javonte Smart. How is it like playing on the court with him and just that flow that you guys have?
It's wonderful. I mean, it's been about like a week and a half, so we're still getting used to it. But he's a great player, so just playing off him is huge.
I appreciate it. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much.
All right, Tyler, I'll take it back to you.
Matthew Cleveland, our Booster Juice player of the game, was your player to watch, Rose, and
Correct.
our Booster Juice player of the game finishes with 22 points and 5 assists. We'll take a break. Our post-game analysis coming up shortly. You're watching CBL basketball here on CBC Gem, CBC Sports YouTube, and CBL Plus.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
BlackJack.ca. Lotto Max now has more?
Oh, yeah. Like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
It's more than a workout. It's my reset, my challenge, my win. From high rocks training to recovery, Pilates to hitting new personal bests. Strength days, sweat days, the days I almost skipped but didn't. These are the days that make me stronger. One gym, every journey, limitless possibilities.
Welcome back here to the arena at TD Place. 91-85 the final score between the BlackJacks and the River Lions, with Matthew Cleveland and the BlackJacks coming up with the game-winning basket. And take a look at some of the highlights from this game. And Alex Fudge with the game-winning basket and a few beautiful blocks as well throughout this game.
Definitely. He accumulated, according to the game sheet, only 3, but we do believe that he's definitely accumulated more than that. It was a huge impact inside the paint defensively.
The 3 started going for the BlackJacks, but also for the River Lions throughout the game. And here you see Matthew Cleveland, our Booster Juice player of the game. He was phenomenal as well, 22 points and 5 assists, including that one to Alex Fudge. As the River Lions came out in the fourth quarter and came up to a 10-point lead at one point in that fourth quarter, but the BlackJacks clawed their way back and eventually came up with a couple game winners. As you see, nice play by Rollaire. It was Justin Jackson as well, who had a fantastic game. Javonte Smart, as usual, clutched from the 3, ended this one with 21 points. Along with a long 3 that just barely made it in. He was fantastic as well for the River Lions, but then I see our game winner from Alex Fudge up and underneath. A beautiful pass from Smart, and Fudge ends up getting the game winner to 91 points. As we take a look at our next broadcast, it's going to be a school day matchup tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern as the Winnipeg Sea Bears visit the Scarborough Shooting Stars for their home opener, and that's going to be fantastic. I mean, a school day game is always nice and loud. You love a school day game.
Oh, definitely. There's nothing like a school game day, especially when it fills all the stands and there's people screaming for the whole game regardless of who scores. It's amazing.
You might have to bring your earplugs for that one if you're going in attendance, but if not, you can catch all the action here at CBC Gem, CBC Sports YouTube, and CEBL Plus. So we want to thank you so much for joining us. For Rose Jolie, myself, Tyler McDonald, Jackie Perez on the sidelines, and everyone here at the CBL, thank you so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow for that school day game. Thanks for watching CBL basketball here on CBC Sports, CBC Gem, and CBC CEBL Plus.
Knock 'em out the run, knock 'em out the run, knock 'em out the run with the pen top down for some action.